A lot of you don't know that I have a fear of sharks. And part of my work with diving and swimming in the open ocean is to overcome that fear and work on my relationship with sharks. My kids don't have that fear. They grew up in the water, and so they just Sage swims right towards them when they come around, and he swam with, I don't know, 8 to 10 species of sharks. And over the years, when they were younger, when they started going further in the water than I did, I started to notice how much my fear was coming up and how I didn't want to go in. So I really started to work on it. And now I've swam with hammerheads, I swam with white tips, black tips, Galapagos, lots of different sharks. And it still is in my head, and especially doing the open water swim for the Lava Man in March. You know, me and Bodie have been training out by the pier where they do the Ironman, and it still comes up for me around that. And it's just one of those fears that is just like lingering. I'm looking around for, sharks. And today, me and Bodie went out and swam about 1.5 miles in the open ocean, training today. And lo and behold, I got to see my first shark out there while swimming breaststroke or freestyle. And so when I saw it, I looked up and like, where's Bodie? Is he okay? And he was just swimming along. And it was like one of those things, you don't want to yell shark and bring up more panic. So I just kept it to myself and watched this shark swim by, and it kept to himself, and I kept on swimming. And I really, how far I've come from not freaking out, but to see a shark in the water when you're out there about 3/4 of a mile definitely gave me a check, and I smiled of how far Tony has come in facing his fear of sharks, and how that relates to facing your fear of everything else you do in life. And for me, sharks is one of those big monitors of facing my fear. So what are you doing to face your fear? And what is your core fear that you avoid, that maybe you should lean into and try it out and see how it feels to face that fear?